Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Uh, my name is Weng LOON, and today I will present to everyone about the mental health issues in Malaysia. Okay. The first one is according to the American Psychiatric Association, mental health is the foundation of emotions, thinking, communications, learning, resilience, and self-esteem. Mental health is also the key to relationships, personal and emotional well-being, and contributing to community or society. Uh, okay, let me tell you about the mental illness. What is it? It is a health condition involving changes in emotion, thinking, or behavior, or a combination of these changes. Mental illness are associated with distress and or problems functioning in social, work, or family activities. According to the NAMI, which is National Alliance of Mental Illness, the warning signs and symptoms of mental illness for adults and adolescents are excessive worrying or fear. How to say? They are too worried or too fear about something, so it will cause the mental illness. And the second one is feeling excessively sad or low. Is how to negative emotion will cause the mental illness too. The third one, confused thinking or problems concentrating and learning. And the fourth one, extreme mood changes, including uncontrollable highs or feelings of euphoria. The fifth one is avoiding friends and social activities, which how to say we can call it antisocial. It also one of the warning signs of mental illness, and more of the symptoms. Okay, and these are for adults and adolescents, and for children. Uh, the warning signs and symptoms of mental illness are changes in school performance. Maybe first of all, the children were very good in school performance, but suddenly one day or one period, and the children become very the performance of student become very how to say worse than before. This is one of the warning of the mental illness. Okay, the second one, excessive worry or anxiety, for instance, fighting to avoid bed or school. The third one, hyperactive behavior. Uh, why hyperactive behavior is one of the warning sign? Because uh, everyone everyone is active, that's normal. But if too active, maybe it will, how to say, is have the strong will to keep his negative emotion into his heart, like that, or her heart. Yeah. And the next is frequent nightmare, frequent disobedience or aggression, and also frequent temper tantrums. Uh, Maybe some children will have nightmare when they sleep, and uh, this is very serious to be, how to say, cause the uh, mental illness. And maybe when the children when the children have the mental illness, he will become very disobedient, or maybe very aggressive to other children or their parents, families, relatives are there, and they temper tantrums were very high. How to say, they were suddenly uh, suddenly very nice to everyone, but suddenly we will become very angry without any reason. Hey, why? Why will it happen? Nobody knows. So because they didn't tell and just keep into the heart, so how to say, the people around will do not know what happened to them. Yeah. Okay. According to the graph, this statistics shows the result of survey amongst respondents who have experienced mental health issues in Malaysia. So June 2019 by demography. Okay, we can see that during the period survey, 11% of respondents at age 18 to 24 years old stated that they have experienced mental health issues, compared to 2% of those aged 55 years and old and above. Okay, this can show that every people in the period of ages will have mental health issues, but the differences is the amount. You see, uh, most most of the people who are younger have many mental health issues. Maybe this phenomenon is caused by the working environment and not at but or working and learning environment will force them to become very active to get what they want. Yeah. And the next one is respondents who earn 7,000 and above were more likely to have experienced a mental health issue, with 13% than those who are earn 3,000 and less at 6%. Okay, how does this you see? Men earn more salary, not how to say, not mean that they have a good life, because they will have more stress, be compared to the other workers who have lower salary. Yeah, and because they maybe they worry that they will have a worse performance in working or learning. Maybe they will, oh my god, how to say, they will uh, the salary of them will drop. Yeah. Okay, according to the National Health and Mobility Survey 2015, every 3 in 10 adult Malaysians aged 16 years and above has some source of mental health problems. The prevalence of mental health problems among adults have increased from this period. Yeah, every 10 years. 1996 is 10.7%, 11.2% in 2006, and 39.2% in 2015. Uh, okay, the next one is the prevalence of mental health problems in children are peer problems, contact problems, emotional problems, pro-social skills, and hyperactivity. And these are the, how to say, these are maybe, I think it is a uh, problems who faced by the children. Yeah. And one of the serious problem is there are only 360 registered psychiatrists registered in the public and private sectors. Okay, the ratio of psychiatrists to the population is 1 to 200,000, and this is not recommended by WHO, because WHO is just one, the ratio of psychiatrists to the population, I mean the world, every country is 1 to 10,000. This very serious problem. We need to face this, and we cannot deny that mental illness is expected to be the second biggest health problem affecting Malaysians after heart diseases by 2020. Yeah, we need to how to say, we need to take care of these problems, because you see the second biggest health problems affecting Malaysians. Okay, why mental health issues will happen? Okay, let me tell you. The mental health problems are caused by, the first one is biological, linked with problems with chemistry in the brain or other body system. Maybe when they when they face the problem, the brain will need to function to think more things. But maybe if they they are unable to settle it, they will become very stressed because is nearly nearly the timeline or deadline like that, but they still cannot get the solution. They will be very anxiety. Uh, yeah. Okay. The second one, psychological, linked with issues with thought of emotion. Yes. Like what I said before, on the biological side, uh, the some of the issues we need to think to settle it. Not settle it, settle them. But if they cannot get the solution, they will become very, very worried or feel that they cannot do it better. Yeah. And the third one is social, linked with life events and stresses. May life events. How to say maybe the criminal cases. The victims of criminal cases will become very, very scared of the society. They will antisocial like that. Yeah, not only the adults and adolescents, but children also can. Yeah. Okay. Okay. These are the mental health issues about it, and the others I will pass to my partner Wei Jian.
Okay. Hi everyone. My name is Weng and my metric number is 197029. Alright, now I will share the effects of mental health. There are three effects that I want to show you. There is effect of psychological disorder on the patients, effect of the psychological disorder on families or caregivers, and effects of psychological disorder on society. Let's see the first effects. Okay, next slide.
Next slide. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Effects of psychological disorders on the patients. All right. Individuals with psychological disorder are at greater risk for decreased quality of life, education difficulties, lower productivity and poverty, social problems, vulnerability to abuse, and additional health problems that is now happening in Malaysia. Education is often compromised when early onset mental disorder prevent individuals from completing their education or successfully pursuing a career. All right. Next slide.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Kessler and the gang in 1995 found that individuals with psychological disorder were significantly less likely to complete high school, enter college, or receive a college degree compared to their peers with a mental illness. In addition, mental illness can also lead to a decline in personal productivity and even unemployment. All right. Mentally ill individuals and their families may also experience significant social stigma and discrimination. Okay, the next effect is effects of psychological disorder on families and caregivers. The burden of caring for a mentally ill person falls on the patient's immediate family or relatives. They cannot work at fully capacity, which leads to a decline in economic output and a reduction in household income. Loss of income and financial costs of caring for mentally ill patients increase the poverty risk of these families due to the emotional and physical challenge of family members caring for psychiatric patients, family members may also experience severe and long-term stress. Alright. The third effect is effects of psychological disorders on society. Mental illness has significant cost to society. In 2001, the WHO, or the World Health Organization, estimate that mental health problems cost developed nations between 3 and 4% of their GNP, gross national product. And mental illness expenditures and loss of productivity are both taken into account. The WHO estimated that mental disorders cost national economies several billions dollars annually, include Malaysia. In addition, psychological disorders can exacerbate other public health issues, increasing the burden on national economies and impeding international public health efforts. Furthermore, according to Patrick v. 2007, maternal depression may put infants at increased risk of low birth weight, childhood health problems, and incomplete immunizations, all of which are risk factors childhood mortality. Alright, now I will share the solutions of mental health issues to you all. There's 3 solutions that I need to sharing with you. Is the first one, quite all food and can increase depression. Alright, let's start. According to Tansma and again, 2018, processed foods such as processed meats, chocolates, desserts, fresh foods, processed grains, and high-fat dairy products are recognized as foods that can exacerbate depression. Eat more foods that can elevate depression. Foods that can relieve depression include fruits, vegetables, and fish. Increasing the intake of this type of the food can provide our body with more nutrients and vitamins to make the body healthier. That can solve our stress problem. Alright. Next solution is seek professional assistance. There are 3 professional assistants that I want to show you. The first one, counseling psychotherapist. Counseling psychology is a therapeutic discipline that focuses on acts and helps people overcome difficulties in life. This treatment is divided into long-term treatment and short-term treatment. The treatment is aimed at personal problems and has a strong purpose. The therapists usually encourage the patients to speak with elaborate questions, and they pay attention to what the patient says. The consultants, as objective observers, help patients distinguish key ideas and wording. They will discuss these ideas with patient in a more careful interview with patient and found out that psychological and environmental problems that may cause patients depression. Okay, the second professional assistant is psychological psychotherapist. According to Roger and Stone, clinical psychotherapists are good at using various tests to diagnose disease. Therefore, they tend to pay more attention to psychopathology and behavioral disorders. And the third professional assistant is psychiatric therapists. In the process of diagnosis and the treatment, psychiatric therapists make more use of psychotherapy and measure the condition of test patients. If patients wish to relieve symptoms with medication, they often turn to psychiatrists. Alright, now I will share the last solution, that is sports. Especially intense aerobic exercise can improve mood, reduce anxiety, increase MPT, sleep, and self-esteem. At the same time, exercise or sports can also make the chemical imbalance related to depression in the brain turn to normal. According to Kristen Bell, 2011, exercise can help mobilize emotions and prevent the recurrence of depressions. Recommend control trials have shown that the effects of exercise on depression is almost as effective as the effects of drug treatments. Experts believe that exercise can improve the body neurotransmitter secretion. They are helping to adjust sleep. This solution is also very helpful for Malaysians. Alright, now I and Weng will suggest the best solution to you all, that is keep a cheerful life. Balanced nutrition and exercise can let us when our dissatisfaction in life do not hold stress in our diploma. Exercise mentioned above can let us when the stress of the day to prevent depressions. Remember, prevention is better than cure. There's best solution suggest for us. Now I will let's Weng to do a conclusion.
Okay. Two of us already explained what is mental health and mental health illness and the warning signs and symptoms of mental health issues and why it happened and how to say what will happen if mental health issue is not settled and solutions that can be used to how to say settle the issue. Okay, and the best solution. Why we use this? Because same as what Jenny said, we need to make ourselves positive. When we face any problem, don't too how to say don't show too much negative emotion to face the problem because it will cause the mental health issue. What as I said before that. So in conclusion, uh, mental health issue is a very serious problem in Malaysia after the heart diseases. So we need to face it seriously. Yeah. Okay. That's all for our presentation. Thank you very much for listening to our presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you.